Feeling good, feeling good. Woo, shake it off, stretch it, stretch it. All right. Next, what we're going to do, the really, really cool stuff. So, you guys remember how when we were talking earlier, we were talking about the head is where all the information that is going to define the HTML lies. Is the head, is the brain behind the HTML. Remember that? Great. So, what we're going to do now is I want you to open up a new a new Sublime Text tab, and I want you to type this exactly as it is into the new tab. All right. So we are going to click in the blank space right here, and we're going to type this as exactly as it is. So let's see. Actually, let me move this to the front. Great. So we are going to write P space color green. And then that's it. So what does this mean? We are now talking in a new language called CSS. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. And basically, the cascading style sheet is used to define the different tags within the HTML. So, as you see here, this P refers to which tag are we going to change. Then here we used to define what quality do we want to change. And then after the colon, we use how is it going to change. So this space here is nested. Remember, nested means that it's inside something else. So the what and the how is nested within the which. What is it that we're going to change? All right? Great. So after we've typed this down, what we're going to do is we're going to save it as mystyle.css. Remember, the extension is used to define what kind of file it is when we open it so that the computer knows what it's going to actually open. Is it a doc? Is it a HTML? No, it's a CSS file. So we're going to save it, file, save as. So file, save as, mystyle.css in my desktop. Super important. Mystyle.css, save. Ooh, we're seeing different colors change. So now we're going to refer back to our HTML. So in our HTML, we're going to add a new line to the head. So in here, head, enter. Remember, it's nested, so tab. Excellent. So we're going to type this exactly as it is, and we're going to talk in a little bit about what the heck we're writing. So tab, link, space, REL for relationship, equals, style, sheet, close, type, equals, text dash CSS, close, href equal my style dot CSS, close, close. There we go. So what is happening here? So what is happening here is we are telling the brain of the HTML page, hey, HTML, we're going to open up a new CSS page that's going to define all the styles in your HTML. So here we have something that says link, tell me the relationship that this thing is going to have to my HTML. And we're telling it, hey, it's going to be a style sheet. Remember, CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. So a relationship, style sheet. Then type, how is it going to be written? It's going to be test CSS. So what language is it going to be? And then href, I'm not particularly sure if I remember what that is. So basically what we're telling it is, hey, this is going to be the name of the file that you're looking for. It's very, very important to maintain an order of where you're keeping your files. Your HTML files should be in the same place as your CSS file. You don't want to have your HTML on your desktop and then your style sheet in a folder inside a folder inside a folder inside a folder, because it'll be really hard for your computer to kind of like find that file. So you want to like kind of keep it all within one folder. So if we look at our style sheet here, basically we are defining our P tag, our paragraph tag, and we're telling it, hey, the color of this tag is going to change and it's going to become green. And we're telling it here in our HTML, hey HTML, you're going to look at the style sheet. It's going to be written in text CSS language, and the name of that file is my style CSS. That makes sense? So we're going to save this, and we're going to save this as well. Now, let's see what happens. So remember, we have to refresh. Bam! Are you seeing the changes? So if we look at the changes now, we see that my name and the date have changed. Why have they changed? So the reason that these tags have changed is because here we have the P tag and here we have the P tag right here. So these are the only elements that are going to change within our HTML tag. That makes sense? Cool. Now, let's see. Awesome. So now you should have these changes. Now, let's say, for example, that I wanted to go to the Code for Progress site. And let's say I wanted to use, let's say that I wanted to use that green color. Right here, you see it? There's a button that you can download from your extensions in your Chrome that's called Color Pick Eyedropper. So you're going to click on it, and it's going to give you a number or a name. And so you click on the color that you want, and it tells you AEVE37. That is known as the color number. So let's say, for example, that we wanted to have that specific color in my style sheet. So let's say, for example, that I wanted to have my paragraph tags not in this green color, but in that nice green color that we have here. So how would I change that? You have to put the number and then the name of the color, and you click Save It. Now, let's go back here. So we have this ugly green color. Let's see what happens. Bam! So now, the CSS file is understanding that that color is actually the color I want. And so you have all these different colors to choose from. So, if I have this, let's say, for example, that I wanted this pink color, and I chose that color, and I wanted to change my paragraph tag to that color. I would just paste it and save it. Bam! And so on and so forth. So every time I type in a new P tag, hello, that also is going to adopt the changes that I have. And so in the CSS, you can change it for anything that you want to change. So if I wanted to change the H1 tag And let's say I wanted to change the font size to 78. Semicolon for closing. So you save it. Bam! Whoa! So every change that you make here on the style sheet is going to change the HTML file. Cool. So basically, that's all it is. So now you know the basics of HTML and CSS. We're finished. High five. Go out and conquer the world. More videos are going to be coming up soon. So also, if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me at Mariella P123. Cool. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Toodles!